Here's the test run of the robotic arm known as a gimbal. Smart gimbal, maybe.
If it really was. Do you got that light?
Oh, yeah.
This is a ceremony between two gentlemen who consider tobacco to be a sacred herb of North America that gets us in touch with the spirit realm, man. I think, and it's a nice break. We're on Smoko.
I'm just pissed off that he called me a gentleman.
Gentleman and a scholar. This is Giovanni. He means John. He's a gift, God's gift, right? Is that what it means?
I think everyone could probably look it up on their own. Gracious gift of God.
The gracious gift of God.
And Gabriel?
Gabriel, the strength of God. So we got a gracious gift of strength between the two of us, man.
And the strength to bring the gifts out of both of us.
Yeah, together the gifts arise and the purpose is of service, right?
Yeah.
As artists, whether it's whatever your medium, I think the ultimate intention is to make something to give back without necessarily expectations of anything in return, right?
Yeah. I mean, service is just the desire and love to help people. That's all it is. It's that simple.
Yeah, and there's so many forms, dude. Like, you can find ways to do it in almost every moment. And I guess you could be of service to yourself even, right? Starting with?
Yeah. They go together, for sure.
That's, I guess, if we talk about selfishness, and we think about that often as a negative thing, as long as you're being of service, your selfishness is of a good outcome.
That reminds me of a word that's the most misused word of all, self-centered. You're talking about being self-centered, centered within oneself, literally, but it got used to be interchangeable with selfish. And being self-centered is what we have to be,
right,
in order to actually give the best that we can give. And it's really a spiritual term that got misused into being selfish.
What would you say is the origin of this idea? To me, it's like being centered is a spiritual concept. So what do you think is like that? How did that evolve into, like, obviously it's sort of like a complex, I guess, with selfishness, which is really an inferiority complex.
I don't know. What I don't get is like how, I don't even know how you have to have like that internal self-reflection thing where you're not afraid of looking in the mirror, because if you don't have self-reflection, how do you gain it? That's the thing that I'm wondering. How do people work to achieve it if you don't already have it? Because eventually I think that we become, and there's terms, emotionally intelligent and all this, but it's like to accept and to become centered with your experiences, your traumas, your everything else in life, to be happy with where you're at the now, knowing that you're best able to give the best of yourself. How do you get there if you don't self-reflect?
You know what? Yeah, so back to the self-reflection, dude. I think when we look at ourselves in the mirror, in more ways than one, even just physically, that what we should be doing is diagnosing our deficiencies and areas of growth and beautification so that we can like take a good look at ourselves and grow and become more beautiful, Yeah,
I mean, personally, I can name trust as one of my things that I eventually had to kind of get over, so to speak, where the trust issues,
dude,
abandonment issues, trust issues, those are specifics with me that I had to really, it took a lot of time.
That's a collective experience, man.
Trust.
Everybody has their own like traumas around those things, but that's such a like group traumas that I think like everybody can relate to those terms.
Yeah.
Abandonment, I think we've all experienced in some way.
And the thing that I think that most people on a real level, like an earth level, I think a lot of people wonder, like I do, like, did I just get a thicker skin, so to speak? Is it just weathering, or is it evolution?
Skin good?
Or is it
evolution? Thick skin good?
Or is it evolution? Is it actually, processing, evolution, centering, acceptance?
Learning to trust where trust is like earned or like learning how to use trust appropriately, because
Yeah.
you've learned through experience that like abandonment and like there's reasons why we have trust issues. Oh, it's cold.
Well, the thing is once you get over them, then the gift back to you is that you're free because you're able to trust more.
Yeah, it's a trust enhancer.
As you handle the issue,
Dude.
the issue gives back to you, and then you realize, oh, this does feel better, you know?
And this is our brotherhood that's based on trust.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it, man. I think that's a good start for this.
Yeah.
Peace, my
Yeah,
friends.
you can keep that one.